Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody's doing all right. My name's Joey, and Josie's over here somewhere. I'm not sure. We just got back from town a few minutes ago. Had to go pick up some things this morning, but got some diesel for my tractor. I don't know if y'all watched. I don't even know how long it's been now. It's been probably over a week ago. I tried to start the tractor to put hay out, and it wouldn't start. Hey, Josie. But it was warm weather and it didn't start, and it's never done that before. So I wasn't exactly sure what was wrong with it, but I mean, a diesel tractor, that older model, I mean, compression and diesel, if it's cranking, there ain't too many things it could be. So we picked up 5 gallons of diesel, put some diesel in it. Y'all can see it's running, so I guess I just let it get too low on diesel. I had to crank for a while, and finally did start hitting and started up, and there for a few minutes it was like, it's running, but it idled up, down, up, down, up, down. But then it finally smoothed out and was running fine. So I guess I just let it get too low on diesel. We got it started. I do want to take that hay over there and put it in with Gary and Bella. But some of it I'm going to bring over here. We got the goats over here in the field. I don't know if y'all can see them. They're really enjoying the grass. We're going to work on doing some things for the goats today, or goat related, I guess. But this shed is constantly, it's like, I don't know, I think Gary and Bella does it. I think they water that out in there and make it low, so it's constantly holding water. But right now it is completely just a muddy mess in there. I don't know if y'all can make that out. I'm gonna bring that tractor over here with that hay row and see if I can't get some of that hay off there, build that up some in there, get them out of the mud, because they don't even, I mean, it's been raining ever since I've had them in there. It's been raining a couple days now, and they don't even want to go in that shed because it's a muddy, soupy mess in there. So they've been just standing out in the rain. So I'm gonna take some of that hay off, throw in there and try to build that up and get them up out of the mud a little bit so they have somewhere to go. Because it's not supposed to rain. Well, it wasn't supposed to rain today, but it's been raining all morning. It just stopped a little while ago. You can see there's still dark clouds. Sun shining here and there, but it's been raining off and on all morning. It's not supposed to rain at all today. No chances. Just says it's supposed to be cloudy, and that's what it's supposed to be for the next 2 or 3 days. It's just cloudy. A lot cooler. Today's temperatures low 50s. So it's definitely a lot cooler than it has been. So I want to just try to get them up out of that mud right now anyway. And I did fix my pitchfork. I don't know exactly where I've set it at. I found I think it was a hole. The end of it had come off, and I was able to fix my pitchfork. I did buy that one pitchfork, which is a poop scoop, not really a pitchfork, but I fixed the little pitchfork I had. So we got a pitchfork, and I'm gonna try to get some of that hay up there and build that up. Well, that's got Gary and Bella hay over there. If they want it. I don't know. There's grass and stuff over there a little bit, not a lot, but just for those two is probably would be sufficient. But they may eat the hay. Go over here and check and see how this looks. I did find out without that hood on there's always some kind of oil splashing up in our faces. You can see it splatter on top of the gas tank and stuff there in front of you, but every now and then, like just then, I had a piece splash in my eye. I wasn't sure exactly what it was because the hydraulic and everything, all that's fine, the oil's fine. Power steering ain't working today, so I'm assuming it's power steering fluid. So I'm gonna have to, I was having to use the brakes a whole lot to get it to turn right then. Especially with the hay, it wasn't too bad over here. Going in between those stumps and trees over there with the hay, is having to use the brakes to get it to turn. We'll definitely have to get them some water. That's got that built up quite a bit. Is that a good bed?
No.
No? But that should at least give them somewhat up out of that milk. I know they're gonna pack it down and stuff, but like I said, if it would quit raining, it would dry up anyway. But I need to get that built up. Like I said, I think Gary and Bella, when they're in here, I think they get in there and wherever they lay at, they always, especially when it starts getting warmer, they start wallering around and moving around and they dig it out, I think. Because it's built up all the way around the sides. It's just low in the middle because the ghost was getting in here and they was lining up. The ones that would get in here was lined up around the sides of it. We got one more thing we want to try to do today, and it's something I dread. It's something I have a hard time doing. And I'll show you why here in a minute. All right, so we're down here. This is the roadside of the goat pen. So I need to weed eat all through here to keep those goats, or it ain't gonna keep them from doing it, but maybe deter them from trying to reach through the fence or climb up on top of the fence to reach something and all that. So we need to weed eat all the way up through there. And I don't get to do this very often because of the road. So there's our county road here. And somebody sometimes don't listen very well. Look what a face. But yeah, we need to try to, I don't know if I'll get all this today, but we just need to go up through here and weed eat and see if I can set you guys up somewhere where you can actually see. All right, well, there at the end of the time lapse, I'd run out of string. I only needed about 10 foot to finish that up. So we come back up here and put some string in the weed eater and went back over there and finished that up. Surprisingly, I was able to come all the way up through there without anybody coming up and down the road. So that was a plus, I guess. Josie listened fairly good. A couple times she got kind of close there and got smacked with a little leaf or branch or something other. I don't know. Nothing that hurt her, but enough that it made her whine about it, I guess. Didn't hurt her or anything. She didn't get that close. But yeah, we got all the way, pretty much all the way around. This whole lot comes around through there, down to the corner, back all the way down the road to the driveway that comes up to the house. That little section down there is probably about 50 foot down there that I didn't get. Bubby, does that satisfy you in there? I know it's still really soupy under it, but Bubby's in there laying down, so I guess he's approving of it. But I will say that that helped get them out of that mud. It's been raining so much and so muddy right now. Kind of makes me worry about hoof rot, with them, which I've never had to worry about it here because it dries up so fast and everything here that it's not ever been that big of an issue. And with these goats, and then these sandstone rocks, y'all notice I always I try to keep a big one in like every field. That way they get up there and climb around, walk around. It actually files their hooves now, and I never have had to trim any hooves of any goat I've ever had here on this property. And the only two that I've noticed, that white Billy, his needs trimmed, and I noticed Missy's the other day on her back ones. See them right there. They could probably do for a little bit of a trim, but his is really bad, especially on the back. Like I said, I've never had any goats that's ever had to have their hooves trimmed here. Oh, some more Smarties.
Yeah, that's the yellow one.
Yeah, a yellow one. Where's a yellow one?
Right here.
That's yellow? Are you sure it's not like a green?
It's a blue one.
Blue, yes. They're kind of some weird colors. Yeah. Yeah, they got some Easter Smarties. Got some like pastel colors, I guess. Some weird colors. But
There's actually pink in there.
there's pink ones in there. Yeah, there's some pink ones in there. Well, guys, that'll wrap it up for this video. We just kind of spending some time I know my neighbor over here in the camper, he had to get Francine out of the fence yesterday, I believe it was. Chastity was coming home. She said he was over there getting Francine's head out of the fence. So I want to try to just trim some of that stuff. They're kind of dumb when it comes to that stuff. I guess grass is always greener on the other side. So hopefully that'll help them just a little bit about not wanting to reach over. And the billy goats, nobody else really does it, but the billy goats will jump up on the fence to try to reach over top and reach like a limb or something like that. So I may have to go through there. Eventually I want to get that whole roadside, all those trees cleared off of there eventually. Not that I'm gonna worry about right now, but that'll wrap it up for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and Josie's wanting to say bye. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
What are we going to eat for dinner?
What are we gonna eat for dinner? I don't know.